The number 10 on our list is the Iron Dragon Slayer Gajeel. Though now we know of him as one of the most loyal members of the guild, willing to fight to support them until the end, that also hasn't always been the case. When Gajeel was first introduced, he was a member of Phantom Lord's elite fighting force, the Element 4. He was the first person to start the guild war between Fairy Tail and Phantom Lord and seemed to have no problem roughing up the members of Shadow Gear to prove his guild's superiority. It was only after being pummeled by Natsu and accepted into Fairy Tail by Makarov that he began to change. The number 9 on our list is the Lightning Dragon Slayer Lexus Dreyer. Fairy Tail has the worst luck with its members. Gajeel joined the team after first attacking them, at least. Lexus was already a member of the guild he was the grandson of the current guild master Makarov. Nonetheless, Lexus found himself frustrated by the guild's nature of handling things and focus on family. He had several members of the group turned to stone while attacking the remainder, attempting to have them all kicked out of the guild. In the end, it took both Natsu and Gajeel to take him down, and even then only because Lexus gave Natsu a massive power boost via his lightning attacks. The number 8 on our list is Urza Nightwalker. Urza has always been one of the mainstays of Fairy Tail and one of their most powerful wizards. She has been in line to be considered one of the 10 wizard saints of Fiore, and she has completed countless difficult S-class missions. So when the team visited the alternate world Idolus and meet other world version of themselves, learning Urza's alternate version was a villain was something that caused a bit of concern. Unsurprisingly, Nightwalker was able to battle the real Urza until their fight reached a standstill. Powerful and bloodthirsty, the only weakness this version has is she is unable to use magic like the original. The number 7 on our list is the Grimoire Hearts member Ultier. Part of the reason Ultier ever became a villain in the first place was that she had far too much magic for her own good. Her latent power left her ill as an infant, and her mother Ur's attempt to help her resulted in Ultier being kidnapped by the organization, experimented on, and having her powers increased. By the time we meet her in Fairy Tail, she is an adult woman who has joined Grimoire Heart and became one of their most powerful members. Her Arc of Time powers alone make her a high-level threat, but she also gained her mother's Ice Make abilities, meaning she is a dual threat that Grey was lucky to not get killed by. The number 6 on our list is Fairy Tail's second master, Hades. Even though Fairy Tail prides itself on loyalty, they somehow have a ton of traitors, like the second guild master of Fairy Tail, Prest. Driven evil by his attempts to bring back Mavis, Prest would go on to form the guild Grimoire Heart. Thanks to his years of study, however, Hades grew to become far more than the mage we were introduced to in Fairy Tail Zero. He is able to absorb other people's magic, abuse bullet magic which fires fast enough to resemble actual bullets, and use magic shockwaves capable of wrecking parts of an island. It's no wonder it took the combined forces of Natsu, Grey, Wendy, Lucy, Lexus and Urza to stand a chance at defeating him. The number 5 on our list is the Tartarus leader, Mardgear. The head member of the cursed demons from the books of Zeref, Mardgear seemed unstoppable when he was introduced. His Memento Mori ability alone is referred to as the ultimate curse, one which erases the person hit by it, turning them into absolute nothingness. But he also has his Aetherius form, a monstrous bat-like form he was able to use to fight Natsu, Sting, and Rogue to a standstill. It's only when Natsu finds his way into Dragon Force while Grey uses his Ice Devil Slayer abilities that any human is able to defeat him. The number 4 on our list is the Zeraph's child, August. The Wizard King August is the son of Zeref and Mavis, so it's no surprise he has got some incredible abilities. Much like Irene, there are very few limits placed on what he is capable of doing. His primary power is fairly simple. He can copy any other person's version of magic, instantly mastering it and even proving immune to the magic. He can do all of this without ever having to have battled his opponent as well. He can just see the magic to do all of this. August's only weakness is he can't copy the powers of magicians who use special items, as he must possess those items to do so. The number 3 on our list is Urza's mother, Irene Belzerion, the mother of all dragons and Urza Scarlet. It's no wonder Irene is considered one of the most powerful members of the Spriggan 12, an organization where nearly every member is more powerful than the wanted 10 wizard saints of Fiore. Irene was the woman responsible for developing Dragon Slayer magic to begin with, and its power gradually turned her into a dragon as well. But that's not where the extent of her magic stops. Irene is also capable of casting enchantment spells so powerful she can give personalities and magical abilities to inanimate objects. She has seemingly limitless magical power and takes pleasure in finding new ways to use it to decimate foes. The number 2 on our list is Natsu's brother Zeref Dragneel. Zeref is one of the most dangerous mages in all of fairy tale, hero or villain. His legend alone as an immortal wizard with almost infinite power inspired countless dark years worshipping him and trying their best to get him to awaken once more. Zeref isn't only a genius at magic, he has also had centuries to research, refine, and practice his abilities. Even more ridiculous is that his powers literally channel decay itself, meaning it can kill or seriously injure nearly anything it touches. He can't even entirely control his powers, as anything he cares about will be destroyed if it's near him. The number 1 on our list is the King of Dragons, Acnologia. The entire series built up to this guy, and rightfully so. From the moment he was first mentioned, we understood him to be more powerful than anyone else the team had ever faced. Gildard's introduction was with him, mentioning he had tried to fight Acnologia and walked away with fewer body parts. He attacked the biggest members of Fairy Tale on Tenro Island, and it was only the timely intervention of Mavis that stopped them from dying. If the dragons were the biggest threats humans ever faced, then, as the king of dragons, it makes sense that Acnologia would be the most dangerous.